Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. So it's now 9:22. I officially since have finished The Night Agent, and I went ahead and I looked for two different nights in Pittsburgh, and it's only approximately a range from like 1:30 to like 3:50, so 1:30 to 3:50 for two nights. And I'm not getting it directly in Pittsburgh, so that's really really good. I'll probably get it like, well, just south of Pittsburgh again. I won't directly say exactly where that is, but yes, somewhere just south of Pittsburgh, I'll get it. And with it only being 2.5 hours away, all I have to do with my um, readiness, right, and what I want to do afterwards is setting myself up for success, because obviously I'll sleep the night before there, and then I'll sleep the night of the Pittsburgh Marathon race that I'm in, the 4 Mile Fitness Challenge. I'll sleep in Pittsburgh that night, then I'll check out that following day, but I'll have all freaking day, guys. It's only 2.5 hours away. It's really not that far. That's what I really, really like about Pittsburgh. But anyhow, yeah, so I did my research there, and then I did insert a, not a thumbtack, not a clothespin either, what are they called? The clothespins? No. Oh my god. I can't. Paper clips. There we go, paper clips. So I did include a paper clip in there, but it looks like it would break if a fish tried to bite it. And I tried a lot of different searches here, and I couldn't figure out what I think what I'm asking should give me the answer to it, but it's not. So also, I was getting to think, okay, so obviously fish are a little bit different to an extent than like animals, right? Like bears and coyotes, right? Like I think I shared that before on my page, that my grandfather and I were watching fishing shows, right? Or hunting shows, my bad. And these people out in the desert, which western coyotes are easier to get than eastern coyotes because they have trees they can go behind and all that, and a lot of trees and forests, right? So anyhow, this person shot and he missed, but the bullet went pretty much right in the ground in front of this coyote, and the dirt came back and smacked it on the face. That coyote did not come back to that specific location for an extreme long time. I can't even remember how long it was. And then whenever it finally did come back, it was extremely, extremely stingy, right? And had a lot of hostility, right? Because they do not stay top of the predator line by being stupid, right? No, they learn shit real quick, right? That's what my grandfather always said. They learn shit real quick. And they remember shit too, right? They're not stupid. Anyhow, so not so funny. Anyhow though, for real. I was thinking, more than likely fish probably aren't like that. They're probably way down in another area, right? Like usually, with animals, some of them do like to stay more in one area, right? But they also move around, but they're also not going to make the same mistake, right? If they memorize, right? Like, oh my god, like this is kind of the same setup, right? Because obviously every place has its own setup, right? Similar setup, right? Like, um, the way that maybe a driveway goes back a lane, right? Or something like that. You guys get what I'm saying? So, speaking in geography terms, right? Because animals are out in geography, right? If they see, a, a similar situation, even though they know that they're 50 miles from where it happened, they're still gonna take the time to be safe, right? And not get shot, right? Yes. So, you know, I was thinking though, for fish, do they probably know that? I don't think they would. And would they still be, um, like, I could go back this very next day. I won't do that though, because it would potentially be stirring the same fish, but not really, So just get like one test, right, to see, um, you know, how they respond to it, and that's why I have all those different days. But I'm still definitely gonna think here a little bit longer. I just want to come on and do those couple updates. And then this will give me 5 minutes for tomorrow. So, yeah, it'll definitely be really, really fun, guys. We'll figure something out here to just kind of get a test, because those groupers, guys, those are brutal, right? So, yeah, it's crazy how big their bite is. So I'm going to have to really think of something, or even well, I mean, I'm going in the water, so that wouldn't help. I was thinking maybe like insert like some kind of like slime, right? Or just like very wet, like extremely wet, right? Even more wet than the ocean, if that makes sense. So they bite onto it and they're like, ooh. Or I was even thinking like a nail filer, right? Like what happens if I put a nail filer? They bite it and they're like, oh my god, what is this, right, on their tongue? Like, I'm really thinking on how I can do it. Like, I've been thinking a good while about this, you know? But with that only being so far, you can stick something in there. Maybe, if I know, but again, it didn't give me the response that I wanted. But if I know that it's going to be good, I can just put a real little bit of a nail filer in there. But then the odds of them swallowing, you know what I'm saying? So it's really, really a challenge. Or how about this, guys? More than likely, their bite wouldn't just be the camera, right? Like it might be one or two chain links up, right? So why couldn't I try to incorporate something on those two chain links, that will stay sturdy but won't go into their, body, right? Or their gills and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, why not do something like that? That way then I can also be very respectful of the fish too, because that is an amazing place where a lot of people go for deep sea fishing, and I don't want to murder any fish, right? So obviously protect the fish, So definitely try to find something that I can use, even like prickly, what do they call them? Like, really long, prickly like balls, right? And then just insert them, on the number one chain link up, right? And then they just see the GoPro, and for some unknown reason, maybe they think it's like a smaller fish, right? So, I mean, they could, and then they go to bite it, but they have such a big bite that they don't just do the camera, right? They do a little bit up on the camera, right? And then, or up on like one or two chain links, right? So it's definitely a lot of stuff I'm thinking of, but I'll get to thinking here. I just wanted to come on and do that little update, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hey everyone, your girl is here, so I've now officially been up for 30 minutes, super happy and excited. I just want to make a celebration video. I didn't make one waking up and laying in my bed, but I just woke up and made my bed now. I only slept in like 20 minutes because obviously I did have a very, very big run yesterday, so got to do a little bit of a rebound, but getting right back in the groove, guys. Only 8:20, so with me only having one breakfast, meal now. Well, yesterday, obviously, I had it for lunch, too. But, anyhow, with me only having one breakfast plate now, I'm officially still able to stay within my goal and, be ready by 9, right? Like I said, that's the latest. So I like to kind of be done with breakfast and start my 2 waters and stuff like that. So anyhow, guys, let's get into today.
Second prescription yet?
No. Hey everyone, your girl is here, so it's now officially 12:45. I'm gonna go ahead now. I'm gonna finish my videos. Some Jenna Sinatra, catch up. So that'll be really, really fun. Yesterday I did watch her going to, and it was really funny, Abu Dhabi. So it was pretty funny because it was like, oh, that's what I told the people from Allstate, right? And it kind of goes off what I told my gram, right? So, yes, you're calling a Pennsylvania number, but I'm actually moved to Egypt, right? So, and I have a camel, so I'm sorry, but I don't need the Allstate. And also, you guys know they don't have bases and correspondence, right? In Egypt. Anyhow, that was pretty funny from yesterday. So, yeah, and then this morning then I also did get the groceries, as you guys saw, and I did post a comment speaking of out of the blue, right? So that one was crazy. Freaky Friday carrying into the weekend, because it's a different kind of way of wording it and adding into the DUI criminals. I thought that was pretty fun. So yeah, other than that though, that's pretty much it. And then Graham and I were also talking this morning. In 3 weeks, no, 2 weeks, my bad, still the first week. So in 2 weeks, we're gonna go get all of our stuff again. I also need those flip-flops too. She reminded me of that. So we're gonna get that, and then obviously the week of my hair, is obviously gonna be, the practicing the hair then, and another mock pack. And then obviously this next week here, now that I've done catch up on YouTube the past 2 days, I'll officially get to, catch up with, the remaining of my videos. So, or I'm sorry, the research videos, right? And hopefully find a way to keep the paddleboard, and also I was thinking too, with all of the slack that they have, if I have the chain link obviously anchored to a chain, I don't foresee them, it's like 50 feet worth, right? So even if they did start really pulling on it, the paddleboard would have to go under the water, and I don't think they would have enough, with it not being super, super taut, and they're not super, super close, like just, a couple feet underwater. I do not believe that with me sitting on it too, well, that would actually probably aid in them being it. Probably not though. I don't know. But I just don't think that if I let them, kind of pull on it, I think eventually they would give up on it too. And remember that GoPro is really going to be on there. So if I just kind of sit there and let them play it out, I think honestly maybe they'll just get rid of it, and they'll stop trying to pull on it, right? Because what's up on the surface, and they're not going to be able to pull that down. I mean, they're not like a freaking great white, guys, right? Like, they're not going to, yeah. So, anyhow, I'll go ahead here, though. I'll get going. I'll finish this up, and then I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.